Hey, TikTok, YouTube, all you internet folks, Clue Man here. I think this video is going to be directly directed mostly towards my left-leaning followers. You right-winger conspiracy theory nuts who love a good conspiracy theory can jump on this too. This isn't much a conspiracy theory as it is factual information that if you draw it out on a whiteboard, you can make some pretty obvious connections. And I know how you right wingers love conspiracy theories like, Hillary Clinton is eating essence of baby and has some kind of child trafficking ring going on in the basement of a pizza parlor that doesn't even have a basement. Democrats are lizard people, all that shit that you guys come up with, Jewish space lasers, that kind of stuff. This is specifically about uh, Donald Trump's ties to Russia. Um, they are factual ties. He couldn't borrow money anymore due to his illegal and immoral um, borrowing and lending and building practices back in the 70s. So by like 1987, no US bank would loan him money anymore. So he went over to Russia and borrowed money from Russia, and he built some hotels or whatever in Russia. But Vladimir Putin, who never recovered from the USSR breaking up, um, he somehow, through blackmail or some other form, he has enlisted Donald Trump. Donald Trump is an asset of the Soviet Union or of Russia, communist Russia, our largest and most dangerous adversary, I will call them. And yeah, so if you have opposing thumbs or fingers and you can use the supercomputer in the palm of your hand or your computer at home on your desk, um, Google a guy named Felix Sater. Okay, he's connected to Trump through several business deals. When Trump was running for president, he tried to distance himself from Sater, but there's numerous records of him doing business with this guy. And Felix is a twice convicted felon and a Russian American mobster, a real estate developer. And that happens to be what Trump was before he ran for president, a real estate developer, right? So the two of those are in sync, and Felix has deep ties to communist Russia. And then Google Paul Manafort. Remember him? Prior to being Trump's campaign manager, he was also a Russian asset and is a Russian asset. He worked for an oligarch um, as early as 2005 to influence business dealings, news coverage inside the U.S., and influence politics. He was doing all that in an attempt to benefit the Putin regime. And then look up Viktor Orban, who's another one of Putin's friends, buddies. He's the uh, dictator, the autocrat that runs Hungary. And he's pretty much made liberalism illegal over there. And he, you know, he's been to Mar-a-Lago to meet with Trump. He was actually a guest speaker at the Republican National Convention. So these are all really clear dots, and you can draw the lines and connect them all. Essentially, what Putin has done is he has put a Manchurian candidate in our White House by interfering with our elections and interfering with our social media and putting a bunch of Russian propaganda into play in our election. And it's a really obvious connection. So I would think that you conspiracy theory nuts on the right would just jump right on this and research it, except for the fact that you are complicit and supported that. And I want to say that, Vladimir Putin releasing pictures of Melania Trump, the nude pictures on Russian state media the day after the election. I want to say that was probably a shot across the bow for Donald Trump. Putin kind of reminded Trump, hey, remember, man, remember whose bitch you are. Not only am I willing to put out these pictures of your wife, I've got some pictures of you too. Remember, in compromising positions, maybe getting urinated on or getting spanked on the derriere with a rolled up newspaper. Who knows what Vlad has got on the fat orange turd? Who knows? But I think Vlad made it really clear. Watch your step, Donald. Do what I want you to do. Continue to destabilize America by putting just radical, sycophant loyalists in positions of power so we can completely destabilize the U.S. Vlad's been wanting to do that ever since the USSR collapsed. And he's had help from, Iran, North Korea, China, all our enemies. So nice work, MAGA. There's your clues. Do your research.